Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'll tell you, when I heard this song for the first time in a long time, it just really moved me. Didn't it you? I mean, God lives through me. Feel that. God lives through me. And you know, God lives through each and every one of us in more ways than we even can comprehend. And we continue to learn more and more until we get to learn this much of life. Because once we learn something, there is so much more to learn. We are taught that God is present within each one of us. And that is the truth, if we believe that to be so. And so we think of our higher power. We think of this essence of life that moves and lives through us, that breathes through us. But I want to invite all of us to recognize how God moves through us, through our physical bodies. We are so beautifully made. And I think sometimes we may even take that for granted. It's just like the people who were here for the meditation. Maybe it was a little different because I took you back to your own home. But see, being authentic is about embracing your everyday lives. And not that it isn't beautiful to go to the forest or to the beach and imagine ourselves there. It is about being present in our life, right in this moment, in our life, in our bodies. Because I believe sometimes we can get so caught up in our higher self, in our spirituality, we forget to embrace the body that houses that. And so, looking at our bodies alone, I mean, this is the vehicle through which our spirit, our soul moves and dances, right?
Right.
Thank you. And so we are invited to cherish that and to begin to understand a deeper level of how our humanness really speaks about the God presence in us. And I know I shared yesterday on our Authentic Living Self-Mastery Circle about something that just has gotten me so excited in my quest to learn more about who we are physically. In our minds, our brains, we have neurons. Neurons are information messengers. And so does our heart. I know many years ago, and I was talking to Natalie about that, I felt because I had learned about the science of mind, I started shifting because I knew there was something more than just the mind. I believe our heart has a mind of our own. Remember that song? It's a Connie Francis, I think? Guess my heart has a mind of its own? Yes. I know you all know it. Come on. It dates us, but you know what? It's okay. The beautiful thing about that, even though I have felt it, there is scientific evidence that the same neurons that are in our brains are in our heart. And they are located where there's an opening, reaching for other neurons, receiving neurons from our brains, giving us these electrical charges of sending this information throughout our body. Woo! That excites me, because guess what? we understand that words have great power. The beauty we speak of, when we incorporate that, when we talk to ourselves, when we put that in our minds and move it into our heart, or vice versa, that is that's a coherence that simply moves through our entire body, and that is what can help us heal, relieve the blocks, or release the blocks that are within us that we don't even know about. The invitation here is for us to be conscious of this. Conscious. We use chanting, we use affirmations, we use many words that can feed our soul through these information messengers. And so beauty, we're talking about beauty today. We know, we see beauty. We can see it outside. We can see it in our homes. Someone was sharing all the things that she looked at. And perhaps some of these things, we see them, we know that they're there. But do we really pay attention? I mean, after a while, yeah, that's a great picture. It is cool, right? But when we take the time to really be mindful of looking at these things, that goes into our mind and in our hearts, and it absorbs, it infuses us with beauty. Let me just say, beauty is just not a physical thing. It's just, we see it with our physical eyes. But I believe it's more than that. Beauty is a force of nature. You hear that? It's a force of nature. Because what does beauty do? When we're outside, maybe at the river or the lake, and we see all these gorgeous trees and the water and all of this beauty, how do we feel? We feel good, don't we? It does something to us. Or how about those days where we don't feel like dressing up or putting on our faces and stuff like that, and then something kicks in, and I speak from personal experience, to where, okay, just, because, I'm not feeling that great, but just get up, shower, put your face on, put on something halfway decent, and guess what happens? We feel better. Because you see, the beauty is radiating from within us. It isn't out there. We see it out there. We can look in the mirror, and honestly, how many of us really look in the mirror? I mean, really look in the mirror. It's scary, isn't it? And what I mean by that, God forgive me, I do not know what I just said. What I mean by scary is that it is difficult for us to look at ourselves in the mirror and see the beauty that we are, and how beautifully we are made. And if we dare to look in our eyes, truly look in our eyes, we can see that beauty reflecting. We can see our soul. We can feel it. But we have to be brave enough to do that. A lot of it is called like mirror work. Outside of that, I know was a beautiful quote up there about the beauty we see, the beauty I see in all of you is a reflection of myself. There it is. Thank you, Natalie. And that is true. That speaks to our oneness. And so whenever someone says you're beautiful, and you are, it's also coming from within us. Because we can never see what we do not have within us. And so focusing on beauty, that force of nature that moves us through everything. The prayer that Dawn read, that beauty prayer, being that it is a force of nature, any expression like love, grace, all of those things are expressing beauty. And that prayer reminds us of that. It reminds us of the responsibility and the invitation for us to recognize our own beauty and change whatever we may need to change, or enhance whatever we may need to change, or heal whatever we need to change. And so a shortened version of that, there is this beautiful addition to that prayer that I've incorporated into my life because it makes a difference. We can feel it. And I'm going to share that with you. The words are, the beauty within me. The beauty, oh, hold on one second. The beauty that I live with. And the beauty I live by. The beauty that I base my life on. The beauty in which I base my life. The beauty I live with. The beauty I live by. The beauty in which I base my life. I invite you to repeat that with me. Can you say that with me? And I want you to feel that here in your heart center. And if you really, really feel energy, you will feel the difference and you will see it. You will feel it and watch your outside life change. Whatever situation we may be in, like the prayer that Don read when he said, "It is beautiful again. It is beautiful again." Because sometimes things don't look so beautiful to us. So if you would like to say it with me, I invite you to do it. Make you feel good. So here we go. The beauty that I live with. The beauty that I live with. The beauty that I live by. The beauty in which I base my life. Let's do it 2 more times. The beauty I live with. The beauty I live by. The beauty in which I base my life. The beauty I live with. The beauty I live by. The beauty in which I base my life. Do you feel that? Remember, it's a force of nature, and I can feel all of your energy because I know this is moving through us in ways even beyond what we could imagine. I always say that, but because we have an idea of how something works, and it works much greater than that. And so as we move through our day, I want us to really be mindful of the beauty that's around us, in our homes, outside of us, when we go to the grocery store. Look at the beauty of every face. I mean, we see the face of God in everyone, but look for that beauty. Look for the beauty in the situations, our challenges, because they are there. They are opportunities, as we know, for spiritual growth, for growth, evolution of our soul, no matter what it is. And I know at times that can be difficult. But again, when we do this beauty prayer, when we do this affirmation, it helps to bring us back to center. I promise you that, because it has worked for me. So recognize beauty as a whole different thing than just seeing beautiful people, beautiful things, beautiful this, beautiful that. Recognize it as a part of you, embrace it, recognize it as a power, recognize it as God living through you. And so while we're in this space, I invite you to join me in a brief meditation, closing your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Knowing that God is present right here and right now. I invite you to feel that chair that you're sitting in, knowing that the beauty of it is supporting you. The energy of it is supporting you. Know that who you are is amazingly and powerful love and beauty. Feel your heart center. Know that who you are is perfect right now in this moment. Know that the beauty is already there. It's already here. We do not create it. We simply activate this beauty so that it permeates throughout our physical bodies. It permeates throughout our environment, throughout our surroundings. Knowing that as we do this internal work, we are making a difference in the world through our oneness, because we are connected so deeply in this powerful force of beauty. Feel it vibrating. Know that it lives through us in amazing ways. Feel the love of it. Feel the joy of it. Feel the blessing of it. For we are a blessing. And we bless others with our beauty. We need each other. We need each other to blossom and grow. We're like the lotus, sometimes coming up from places we don't understand into the light of this beauty. Activated every day. For it is already there, as I mentioned before. It is always present. And so as we move through the day, we stand tall in our beauty. We're mindful of it. We see it in others. We see it in everything. We feel it. And just knowing just how powerful we are. This activation allows spirit to move in even deeper to support us throughout our life, throughout our experiences. And we are grateful. Grateful for the opportunity to express God through its beauty. Knowing that we have the power. And so in gratitude, I simply release these words of beauty, knowing that they are infusing us with this brilliance and this magnificent light, manifesting in our lives in magnificent ways. And I simply say, thank you, God. Thank you, life. And so it is.